Hello, this is Blue Star, Defender of Equestria, and this is my next Focus on video. My Little Pony Make Your Mark, and the Super Villain. Uh-oh! In Make Your Mark, the Super Villain was revealed to us, and oh, by Celestials, it's an Alicorn! Oh no! There's actually a couple things that are interesting about this. The fact that she's an Alicorn is reminiscent of the fact that the very first supervillain in My Little Pony Friendship and Project was an Alicorn. But the other interesting thing here is that we actually knew who that Alicorn was. This time, we have no idea who this Alicorn is. We literally know nothing about this Alicorn, who she is, where she is, who this mysterious unicorn is, and what does she want. People who have watched Friendship is Magic know that Alicorns are pretty formidable and powerful, and having one that's a supervillain is not a good sign for our poor heroes. It's an interesting question in itself. It's like, what happened to the other princesses? You know, I can only assume that, you know, when ever the ponies stopped being friends, that the Alicorn princesses had to either flee Equestria, go into hiding, or just, you know, be sad because we tried to keep Equestria together, but it just didn't work out. So the question is, if they all left, then who is this Alicorn? Why is she here? And what does she want? I think what she wants is pretty easy, and what do all the supervillains want? They want to steal Equestrian magic and take over the world! That would explain, well, now that they've stabilized the magic, I will take back what is mine! She can't steal Equestrian magic if there's no Equestrian magic to steal, so if the main five had not stabilized the magic and it all gone away, that would have pretty much brought an end to her plan. It's honestly kind of a no-win scenario here. It's that if the main five let magic go away, well, the supervillain won't come back, but if we keep magic, well, the supervillain will come back and probably do horrible things to us, so... So I think the real question is, who is this Alicorn, where did she come from, and why are you trying to take over Equestria? Alicorns, how they work, where did they come from, and all those things are questions that we've had since the very beginning, and even now, so it's kind of difficult to say for certain, but I think my best theory is maybe she's like one of Flurry Heart's descendants. Because I think Flurry Heart absolutely establishes there is such a thing as a natural-born Alicorn. My theory is that there are basically two kinds of Alicorns. The quote-unquote elevated Alicorns, like Twilight and Cadence, and then there are the natural-born Alicorns, which I believe are Celestia, Luna, and Flurry Heart. But I think that this pony is most likely a descendant of a natural-born Alicorn, possibly Flurry Heart and one of the princesses, because her motivation could be, it's my family's destiny to rule Equestria, so I will seize Equestrian magic and take back the kingdom that is rightfully mine. It was established that basically all of the Alicorns in Equestria essentially became princesses, and if she's like a descendant of one of those princesses, it wouldn't only be her right to assume the throne, it would be her responsibility and her duty to do so. After seeing the mess that the ponies have been in for all this time, it would be really good if the Alicorn princesses were like re-established, but not this way. Honestly, I think that's my best theory, but otherwise, I don't think there's too much to analyze here because there was literally like 3 or 4 shots, and unfortunately it's very dark, it's difficult to really see. I did notice that she has sort of like those fancy like shoes that the princesses and the royal guard have, so that indicates that she could have been a princess or a descendant of one of the princesses. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say other than she's purple. The only very interesting thing about her design is that she has almost like the mist mane, like curved horn. We didn't get to see her cutie mark because they went to the left side instead of the right side. And this other unicorn pony, he's a unicorn, he's got some big hair, but otherwise there's not really much to see about that, but I guess every supervillain needs a sidekick, and what good is a princess without somebody to boss around, so the one interesting thing I thought that I had with this image of Maritime Bay is like, is this magic or is this technology? It's probably magic, but it was an interesting question nonetheless. Unfortunately, going a little off topic, but you know, things that were only possible with magic could now be possible with technology. However, in this case, yeah, this is probably magic. Otherwise, I guess there would only have to be like a drone floating out there, and I think some pony would take notice of it at some point. So we didn't really get to learn a whole bunch about the supervillain because she was only on screen for a grand total of like 20 seconds. But we did get to learn that she's an alicorn, and she's probably going to take over the world by stealing all Equestria magic. Again. Good news for Maritime Bay is not only do we technically have an alicorn of our own, she's still kind of learning how to use her powers, but we have an alicorn, the Crystal Bright House, and the Main Five. So don't worry, citizens. The Main Five with the magic of friendship will save us once again. Roar! So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing, and until next time, this is Blue Star. Stay strong and pony on. Blue Star out.